In a recent column, I took a swipe at Gwyneth Paltrow for claiming that she found it helpful to introduce ozone into her rectum. I also mentioned, not in a complimentary fashion, that she thinks inserting jade eggs into the vagina increases sexual satisfaction. This prompted a comment from a reader saying that, quote, while the jade eggs may not have been studied, and when they're dropped into an article about ozone therapy, they sound downright ridiculous and make Gwyneth Paltrow sound ridiculous, they're not far off from some similar tools that have been developed to treat urinary incontinence. Well, Gwyneth Paltrow is ridiculous. It is true that the eggs are not far from similar devices to treat incontinence, but that was not the thrust of Gwyneth's marketing. The claim was that these jade eggs inserted into the vagina would balance hormones, regulate menstrual cycles, and, quote, harness the power of energy, work, and crystal healing. Pretty bizarre. Users were also advised to burn sage around the egg to clear its stored energy and to recharge it by placing it in the light of the full moon. I would say that does plunk Gwyneth's jade eggs into the ridiculous category. Now, to give Paltrow a smidgen of credit, she does at least mutter something about the egg serving as a Kegel-like practice. Dr. Arnold Kegel was an obstetrician gynecologist who in the 1940s investigated the role that pelvic floor muscles play in the maintenance of health. He found that a weakening of these muscles can lead to urinary and fetal incontinence, sexual dysfunction, and reduced support of the pelvic organs, namely the bladder, intestines, and uterus. This reduced support can lead to prolapse, a condition in which these organs partially descend into the vagina. Dr. Kegel even invented the perineometer, a device he used to measure air pressure inside the vagina when a woman squeezes as hard as possible. This would indicate whether she would benefit from Kegel exercises, which he also introduced. These exercises have become accepted medical practice for reducing the risk of prolapse and incontinence and may also improve sexual function. Basically, the exercises involve squeezing muscles as if one were trying to stop the flow of urine. If this doesn't produce results, doctors may recommend the insertion of weighted cones or balls that require the squeezing of pelvic muscles to keep them in place. These are made of medical-grade plastic or silicone, certainly not jade. Indeed, jade would not be a good choice because it is porous and can harbor bacteria if not properly cleaned. As far as Gwyneth's promotion of the jade eggs go, her company, Goop, was sued by California's Consumer Protection Office for false claims about the jade egg and agreed to pay a $145,000 penalty. Goop still sells the egg for $66, but doesn't make claims about balancing hormones, regulating menstrual cycles, or sexual satisfaction. But the absurdities about harnessing energy and crystal healing are still there. And that for today is our Cup of Joe.